Have you ever wondered why, despite trying to eat better, your stomach still feels off, your energy crashes for no clear reason, or your weight refuses to cooperate the way it used to? This is something I hear often in clinical practice. After your early 20s, the body starts responding differently to daily habits, and small mistakes don't show up as sharp pain right away. They show up quietly as bloating you ignore, frequent colds you brush off, cravings that feel out of control, or that persistent sense that something inside just isn't balanced. What makes this unsettling is that some of the foods we trust the most, the ones labeled healthy and eaten almost automatically, can quietly push your gut, hormones, and metabolism in the wrong direction without obvious warning signs. And if you've ever thought, "I'm doing everything right, so why do I still feel like this?" That question alone is your cue to pay attention, because one everyday food may be influencing your health far more than you realize. And the surprising part is, it's probably sitting in your fridge right now. That's exactly why this conversation is titled, "This is what yogurt does to your body when you eat it daily." Yogurt is one of the most trusted health foods worldwide, recommended for digestion, weight control, and even immunity. But what most people don't realize is that yogurt doesn't behave the same way in every body. In fact, in practice, I see people who thrive on daily yogurt and others who feel worse over time without ever suspecting it. The thumbnail phrase, "yogurt daily," the real truth, isn't exaggeration, because eating yogurt every day can quietly improve your health or slowly work against it, depending on one overlooked detail almost no one checks. And to understand why, you need to know what yogurt actually does once it's inside your body. When you eat yogurt, the first place it goes to work isn't your muscles or your bones, it's your gut. Inside your digestive system live trillions of bacteria that influence digestion, inflammation, immunity, and even hunger hormones. Yogurt introduces live bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium into this system. When the balance shifts in the right direction, digestion becomes smoother, nutrients are absorbed more efficiently, and inflammation begins to calm. But here's what labels don't make obvious. If the yogurt is high in added sugar or lacks meaningful live cultures, it can feed gas-producing bacteria instead. That's when bloating, cravings, and that heavy, uncomfortable feeling start to show up. This is why two people can eat yogurt every day and have completely opposite experiences. The change is gradual, silent, and driven by what kind of bacteria you're actually feeding. And that gut response directly affects how your weight and energy behave next. One of the biggest reasons people eat yogurt daily is weight control, yet this is where confusion sets in. In its best form, yogurt provides protein and fermentation byproducts that help stabilize blood sugar and increase satiety, making you feel full longer and reducing impulsive snacking. But many flavored or low-fat yogurts contain 12-20 grams of added sugar, which can spike insulin, trigger hunger shortly after eating, and drain energy instead of supporting it. This is why some people swear yogurt helped them lose weight, while others feel stuck or gain weight despite eating healthy. Your body isn't broken, it's responding to signals coming from your gut and hormones. And those same gut signals also influence how often you get sick. If you're catching colds frequently or taking longer to recover, your immune system may be under more strain than you think. Around 70% of immune activity is connected to the gut. Yogurt with active cultures can strengthen the gut lining and support immune cells that act as your first defense. But when yogurt is heavily processed or sugar-loaded, it can increase inflammation instead, distracting the immune system and weakening its response. This is why a food eaten daily can quietly influence how resilient or run down you feel. And this gut-immune connection also affects how your body ages after your 20s. Most people think aging problems start much later, but subtle changes begin soon after your 20s. Bone density slowly declines, blood pressure and cholesterol may creep upward, and metabolism becomes less forgiving. Yogurt that provides absorbable calcium, protein, and fermentation compounds can support bone strength, heart health, and metabolic efficiency. But yogurt stripped of nutrients and masked with sugar creates a false sense of protection. You feel proactive, but little is actually changing internally. And those internal changes often show up on your skin and mood before lab tests ever do. Persistent acne, dull skin, low mood, or mental fog are often linked to low-grade inflammation originating in the gut. When gut bacteria are balanced, inflammatory signals calm, which can improve skin clarity and emotional stability. But when yogurt feeds the wrong bacteria, inflammation lingers, making breakouts harder to clear and mood dips harder to shake. That vague, off feeling many people live with isn't random, it's feedback your body is sending. Which brings us to the most important distinction: what type of yogurt actually helps. This is where many people unknowingly turn a healthy habit into a harmful one. Fruit on the bottom yogurts, vanilla-flavored low-fat yogurts, and yogurts with syrup or candy mix-ins often contain more sugar than a dessert. These overwhelm beneficial bacteria and cancel out most benefits. In contrast, plain, unsweetened yogurt with live active cultures supports digestion and metabolic balance. Greek yogurt offers higher protein and satiety, while some plant-based yogurts can work if they're fortified and low in sugar. The label, not the brand, is what matters most. But even with the right yogurt, timing still plays a role. Eating yogurt earlier in the day often supports digestion and steady energy, while having it after physical activity can aid recovery. For some people, yogurt at night supports digestion. For others, it feels heavy and disruptive. This is why paying attention to timing and how your body responds matters more than following rigid rules. And there's one common daily mistake that cancels these benefits entirely. The biggest mistake is assuming that any yogurt labeled healthy must be helping. Added sugars, flavored syrups, and crunchy mix-ins feed harmful bacteria, increase inflammation, and trigger cravings. This explains why many people eat yogurt daily, yet still struggle with bloating, fatigue, or weight gain. Yogurt isn't the problem, the version most people choose is. Fortunately, there's a simple way to amplify yogurt's benefits. Beneficial bacteria need fuel to survive. Pairing yogurt with fiber-rich foods like berries, oats, chia seeds, or nuts feeds good bacteria and helps them thrive. This pairing improves digestion, nutrient absorption, and keeps benefits lasting longer throughout the day. And this leads to the most important takeaway of all. Eating yogurt daily can be a powerful health habit when done intentionally. Choosing low-sugar yogurt with live cultures and paying attention to how your body responds supports digestion, immunity, bone health, and long-term balance. Yogurt isn't a miracle or a threat, it's a tool. Once you understand how it works in your body, you move from guessing to control, and that's where sustainable health improvements begin.